We took a look at the reference edition GTX 980. Now let's take a look at a partner card, the Zotac. Now this card is the Amp Omega, so it's the end-all be-all of overclocking cards, and it has some pretty amazing features. So with that said, let's jump in and let's see what the Zotac Amp Omega GTX 970 is all about. Now, like I said, folks, this is not a reference-based card at all. This card is completely aftermarket. Starting off with that ice storm cooling, you guys can see the two fans right there on top. We spin the card around, you guys can see they clearly have the Zotac name emblazoned right on the side of the card. Now, one thing that's really different about this card though, is instead of having two 6-pin power connectors, this has two 8-pin power connectors, and that's gonna actually help a lot in the overclocking design of the card. If we flip the card around the back, you guys can see it's got a lot of cool stuff, including their power boost technology and the OC Plus, which you can do live overclocking via USB. So this is something totally different that Zotac is implementing in their cards. Now, there are a couple of facts that you guys are going to want to pay attention to before you go buy this card, because you want to make sure the dang thing's going to fit and that you have the proper power supply to do so. Now, this thing is a 3-slot design. That's right, it's really, really big. But under those same things, this card's also going to be able to overclock much better because you're going to have a lot more headroom in your power. Another thing before the question gets thrown out there, because I know you guys are going to ask this. On launch date, NVIDIA provided all of the 980 cards for all the reviewers around the world, but all the 970s were provided by all their manufacturing partners. So on this launch date, all the reviews you're going to see on 980s are all going to be reference, and all the 970s are going to be non-reference, which is still pretty cool. For those of you who watched the 980 video earlier, most of the features on the 970 are exactly the same. You still get the 4 gigabytes of memory, the same memory speed, same 256-bit memory interface. Some of the things that are going to be different, however, are going to be your core clock, your boost clock, and obviously your CUDA cores. The model that we're looking at today, which is the Amp Omega, it has a core of 1102 megahertz and a boost of 1241 megahertz. The standard version has a core clock of 1076 and a boost of 1216. The memory clock speed is also higher on this card than the standard 980. On the 980, you had 7000 megahertz. On this card, you have 7046 megahertz of memory clock speed. So it's a itty bitty bit faster. Now, mentioning CUDA cores, the GTX 980 has 2048 and the GTX 970 has 1664. Taking a look at the connectivity of this card, you can see that it features 3 display ports, a single HDMI, and a single DVI-D connector. All right, folks, so there it is, all the features, speeds, and fees, but now let's get to the heart of the matter and what you care about most, the benchmarks. All right, folks, so there you guys have it. Launch day for NVIDIA's new 9 series cards. This is the Zotac Amp Omega Edition. You guys can tell just by the way this card's built with all its cooling, its dual 8-pin power connectors. This thing is for the power user who wants to overclock their card. And with that said, I think this card's going to do very well in that arena, and we'll actually have a video on that a little bit later on as we actually work our way into getting familiar with these cards. We actually only had like literally 48 hours with the card and the driver to bring you guys all these reviews. It was the literally shortest time period before launch that I've ever seen in my life. And probably while you guys are watching this video, I'm probably in the middle of the second keynote at Game 24 at NVIDIA. So I'm Eric here at Tech Tomorrow. Thanks for watching. All the pricing, availability, everything else about this card will be down there below that like button. So if you guys are interested in purchasing this card or just checking out more stuff about it, it will be down there. If you like what you see and you want to see more, then hey, make sure you're subscribed because we've always got killer stuff going on here on Tech of Tomorrow. See you guys later.